So I've heard it time and time and time again. Don't hunt mornings this time of year, that time of year. Don't do this, don't do that. Let's talk about those morning hunts and when you should and shouldn't be doing them. Let's actually talk about where it originated first. So a lot of times you hear professional hunters, people with outdoor channel TV shows saying that you shouldn't be hunting mornings early or late in the season. And a lot of times less skillful hunters or less experienced hunters will take that as, okay, no matter what the scenario, I can't go in there and hunt in the morning. The thing that we need to realize is that when these guys who hunt for a living say this, chances are they generally have a manicured farm, which is no fault to their own. I don't blame them at all. But when they have these farms, generally it's a bed to food pattern. You're not necessarily hunting a big wood scenario. And quite frankly, nobody else is pressuring these deer, pushing them to and from areas. It's left alone. As long as they leave it alone, you know, they can afford to have the patience to wait for those deer to come and go. Maybe they got 500 acres, 1,000 acres. You and I, the normal Joes, generally don't. So in order to take advice from those people, I mean, you kind of got to just take it with a grain of salt is what it comes down to. There's still times in which that might be correct, but prime example. So today we've been out scouting some public land and we ended up jumping probably a 150-inch deer. Okay, so when we jumped that 150-inch deer, we automatically started game planning and scheming, how can we get in here? And it was definitely doable to get in there tomorrow morning. We had the right access, we had the right time, we had all the scenarios that we would need to, you know, put in our favor in order to go in there in the morning. But most people, because tomorrow is the opener here in Illinois, most people would think just because somebody on TV said not to hunt those mornings, that they shouldn't. A lot of times they're back in bed before then. And, you know, you can't speak for every deer. I mean, obviously they're out there moving at all times. So if you got the time, you should go. Especially if you're unsure as to where these deer are, you need to go figure that out. Morning or evening, deer are always moving. Maybe they'd get up mid-morning, even if they were in bed before you ever got there. The thing is, if you sit on the sidelines, you never know. And the only way that you're gonna learn how to kill deer is by getting out there and trying to kill deer. So if you limit to yourself by taking away literally 50% of your season by only hunting evenings, you know, and hunting them on that bed to food pattern, hoping they come out of bed, kill them before they get to the food source, you're just limiting yourself and you're limiting opportunities in which you can learn. So I really think it's important that you get out there whenever you can. It's like the nocturnal buck debate, you know. Guys talk about bucks being nocturnal and this or that, but bucks are always moving. They always get up, they're always moving. It might not be a ton, but there's always something to be learned out there. So the biggest thing is you guys really got to look at who you're getting your information from and factor in whether they're in a situation that is equal or close to yours. And like I said, if you're taking advice from somebody who has a TV show, which there's nothing wrong with at all. Those people have earned where they're at, but their situation is nothing like yours, most likely. And if it is, then take their advice. Otherwise, take it with a grain of salt and decipher whether that's advice you should or shouldn't be using. At the end of the day, I'm hunting mornings. I'm hunting hot fronts, warm fronts. I'm hunting all the time just to figure out these areas, because unless I absolutely know where these deer are, well, I mean, I should be going out there and trying to find them and figure it out. So unless you absolutely know where your deer are, know exactly what your deer are doing, which, let's face it, nobody really does. It's a wild animal at the end of the day. Always be out there learning. Take every opportunity you can get. If you're a weekend warrior and you've been taking the advice thinking, hey, I shouldn't be going hunting mornings because it's opening weekend or it's early season or it's late season, sit back and look at your situation. Think, can I get in there? You know, can I get between that food and bed, or am I unsure and maybe I just need to get out there and use this as an observation sit? At the end of the day, guys, you should just take the most opportunities that you possibly can to get out in the field and take advantage of them. This is a learning game and you're never going to be 100% correct or incorrect. Just take every opportunity that you have, whether it's morning or evening.